What is going on, crew? Brian DeCosta, shreddedforlife.com, here to get you shredded, keep you shredded, the good shredded. In today's video, we're getting into starting an online training business. This was a question commented on the last video. If you haven't been tuning in lately, that's the theme that we're following. I answer a question commented on the last video as we go through, in air quotes, not really going through a workout, but you can see a workout usually from the prior day. In this case, it's a push workout playing. You can always expand the description as well to find out the workout detail if you'd like to actually follow along with this. I do my best to timestamp the video itself so you can skip to different exercises if you're like tuned out of what I'm saying and you're just here for the workout specifically. Last thing before we get into it, this week I have opened one-on-one coaching for the first time in over 2 years. I've been toying around with it the last 3 months, working with a few clients, and I'm currently looking to bring on 3 to 5 more. You can hit the link in the description, also in the pinned comments, if you'd like to learn more about that. And this is different from our normal quote unquote offering at shreddedforlife.com, which is you pay subscription more or less for access to the app, which houses your custom training program and custom nutrition plan. But when it comes to us being able to have dialogue one-on-one, it's not there, just at the lower tier. So this is one-on-one coaching, checking in with each other, and really more of a tailored custom experience. If you're interested in that, again, go ahead, check out the link in the description. Now let's go ahead and get into the video. Tony the Tiger asked, Brian, I've recently been considering changing career paths and getting into personal training / coaching. Do you have any advice for transitioning out of a corporate company and getting into this space? And is there a specific certification course you'd recommend? There's so many different options. Thanks in advance. Keep crushing it. Great question, man. So would love to give you advice here. And of course, I can speak on personal experience. Obviously, like that's all I have. At the end of the day, it's all we all have. And how it's been since I've been doing this the last 5 years. For those who may not know, I did transition out of a corporate job into starting my own online training business. So a few things, let's get into it. Before you would leave your corporate job, I believe you should have a proof of concept, as in actually more than a proof of concept. You're actually already generating revenue from your online coaching business. So I would go ahead and get your business created officially whatever state that you're in. Go through all the legal procedures to get it up and running so you can legally accept money. And then from that point, through your marketing, whether it's going to be social media or you're going to use an alternate means, maybe go deep on like SEO. Honestly, social media is the low-hanging fruit for those getting started and you're keeping costs, refined. I would start in social and start generating marketing content, start posting, pay attention to first it's what you would like to post and posting to help the ideal client that you'd like to work with. This is your niche. These are terms that have been spoken on quite frequently. I feel like the last 5 years in the coaching space, your content's got to make sense for what your business is, right? So I wouldn't be sharing something about how to, grow an apple tree, but then my course is like how to grow an orange tree. That's literally the dumbest example I could ever think of, but you understand what I mean. Your content has to be interesting, ideally, to those you are looking to serve. And then the next question would be, how can you marry that, the type of content you want to share for the person you'd like to work with what is working currently on social now? Of course, this always is changing. 2019, 2020, it was a lot of like, at least for men, actually women too, it was like swipe workouts. I feel like that's less so what it is in 21 and 2022. It's been more so reels and TikTok, things like this. This is more or less your marketing. Again, assuming you're going to go all in on social. Bring a client into your atmosphere, work with them or talk to them first via whether it's email or you're going to get on a call with them. I would advise anyone who's just starting in online coaching to start with less clients, so low volume clients at a higher price point. Because if you don't have a huge audience, it doesn't make sense to have a low price point product. For example, like if you were going to create a funnel or a fancy web page that sold a $47 ebook for a training program, could be an awesome training program, help people get amazing results, but you simply don't have the eyeballs yet. Perhaps you have, 200 followers or 500 followers. That's not enough people. Even if all of them bought it, that's probably not enough to create a sustainable business, right? So just some simple numbers here. As your audience starts to grow, which that's not really something that can be relied upon. For my audience, I'd say a lot of it is just luck. I'm not sure how it started taking off so fast and generating momentum. Like having a big audience, let's say, I'd say at this point it's probably 200,000, 300,000 on a platform or above. You can start considering and getting into even less than that, 100,000. Still a lot of people, hard to get to that level, but you can price lower on a product. Maybe there won't be any one-on-one interaction with you per se, because you'll have too many clients and you'll have the audience at that point, right, to be able to sell to more people. And that's where a lower price point product could start making sense. So one-on-one coaching and a tailored custom experience for someone, really paying attention to their training program, paying attention to their nutrition plan, is, from a business perspective, that's what makes sense for you, is what's gonna help you, generate momentum in your business, keep food on the table. So I hope that makes sense. When it comes to specific certifications, I'm not gonna recommend one specifically. There's a lot of them. There's the CSCS, the Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist, I believe is what it is. There's an ACE certification. NASM certification is very popular. I know they aren't all created equal, but at the end of the day, what's most important is you feel you can responsibly. Well, first I'll say it's not breaking the law, doing anything illegal if you do start coaching without having a personal training certification. There's no law that says you have to have a personal training certification. However, just in the case of, being a good steward in this industry and truly helping people and not, giving irresponsible advice when it comes to training in the gym specifically, you might want to consider getting it, especially if you personally feel that you would benefit from it. Now, if you have been a student of training and nutrition and fitness coaching for a long period of time, I'd say, 5-10 years, and you're confident in your knowledge and you can responsibly help someone, then you don't have to consider getting a training certification right away. Maybe you can consider that down the line. Last thing is, I'd consider it as well if it would make you feel more comfortable personally, as in it makes you feel maybe you can deal with imposter syndrome better by having a little bit of credential next to your name. It's not like someone's going to refer to you by doctor or anything, but it can help with that and your confidence when you're starting the business. So Tony, I want to say kudos to you for even considering this. At the end of the day, I think it's a rewarding profession, 100%. We're super lucky and blessed to live at a time in the world where we can start our own businesses online, and simply by having a phone, more or less, we can make it as successful as it's going to be. It's not like it was in the past. I will say though, just to warn you on some things, like a lot of big influencers that have huge audiences are broke. Not all of them, but a lot of them are, because they don't know how to run a business. They're not even really running a business. They're just representing other companies and just relying on making money from making posts on social media. That's like the influencer term, which, like, someone who actually runs a business and is actually helping people with their business and just happen to use social as marketing, which I am in that category, may take offense to that like influencer term, because it's like not really being an influencer in the traditional sense of just like showing some product and getting paid some money for that. So just know that you may, just when it comes to trying to grow, be careful who you pay attention to and be curious about what they offer. Look at what they offer, look at their website, because a lot of the most successful trainers I know online, they don't have huge audiences and they're making millions per year, but it's because they have a business mind, or they have people in their organization, their business, that have a business mind, more of an operations type person, where they have a great offering that makes sense. It's profitable. Perhaps they have coaches that work along with them to lighten their load. They're not working with a ton of clients one-on-one. Like, there's an actual structure that's sustainable and makes sense. And they may just be super low key about it, and you don't even see them with their huge audience. So that's the last thing I'll say is, like, all that glitters isn't gold. And It's just, I would go as far as to say it's more or less impossible to tell who is actually, if your definition of success is having a profitable business and making a lot of money, let's say like multiple 6 figures per year or 7 figures per year, like it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell who is actually successful and who's not. So if there's a piece of advice I can give there just to conclude with all of this is like, focus on getting results for your clients. Focus on giving them a product that is valuable, genuinely valuable, and will help them and work with them. Adjust their program if necessary. On the training program front, it's a challenging training program, not too challenging, but it's, responsibly built out. It's in alignment with what they can do in the gym, what they have access to, a nutrition plan that's in alignment with, any perhaps food intolerances they may have. It makes sense from a caloric and macronutrient perspective, the amount of meals they'd like to eat, the style of eating in general, overarching that they would like to implement when they're dieting or gaining. Like that is what's gonna generate your success. It's not like an arbitrary number next to your name on social media, like 10K followers. Like it literally doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what quality camera you have. If you have an iPhone, that's plenty. Doesn't matter what quality mic you have. If you have an iPhone or just a smartphone, that's plenty. It's good. A lot of people just create barriers in their mind as to like why they can't, succeed or grow. And it's just simply not the case, and that's where you can do some soul searching. Tony, I'm not saying this is you specifically, but I feel like a lot of people want to grow an online business more so just for like being impressive or having notoriety, or there's some other payoff that they're looking to satisfy that's maybe not even necessarily money or building a thriving business. They just want to like be seen as successful or whatever. And that's why a lot of people get all caught up in like the way that things appear and the way that things look. But I'm saying like when it comes to growing an actual business and actually serving people, it literally doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. Your clients will want to know, can you help them? Do you have the ability? Do you have the knowledge? Do you know how to guide them? And do you care enough about them to actually do so? 2 huge factors there. And then beyond that, you're pretty much off to the races. So guys, I hope that made sense. I thought this was an appropriate question to answer from the last video, given the fact that I am currently myself opening one-on-one coaching. Again, that'll be pinned in the comment, link in the description. Great question again, Tony. Hope you guys enjoyed today's chest workout. I will be back on Friday with another video. Keep crushing it. Have a good one, guys. Oh, I will be at the Arnold. I knew there was something I wanted to say. I'll be at the Arnold Expo in Ohio. If you happen to be going to the Arnold Expo in Ohio, come to the Core Nutritionals booth. Say what's up. I'll pretty much be there all day on, what is it? It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I believe every single day. So won't be able to miss me. Peace out.